this is Charlie from Adventures with Charlie, and welcome to my review on Thomas and Friends season 24. So this is gonna be a pretty long one. So please, by all means, sit down, relax, grab some popcorn and a drink, and let's go on with it. Now, I do have a couple of rules before I do go into it. Rule number 1, I'll only be doing the 11-minute episodes. Oh, so the specials like the Marvelous Machinery and Thomas and the Royal Engine, they don't count. And rule number 2, I'm going to be doing these episodes in order of how they got released in Australia. And I'm just going to say all my pros and cons about each episode. So just between it, so I'll just talk about what I like and dislike about each episode. So let's get started. Emily's best friend. Oh, this was boring. I mean, you think they started off pretty well, but it's like every Emily episode is now really similar. I mean, Emily says that everyone has a best friend, but she doesn't. See what I'm getting out? I mean, if you look at other Emily episodes in the CGI series, like Pingy Ponky Pick Up Emily and Dash, Emily's Winter Party Special, so Emily Saves the World, Our Best Engine Ever, and Rangers on the Rails. Also, it's very, they all share a similar concept that Emily's jealous of something or someone, and have. In a way, it makes the story feel boring and predictable. Plus, the humour isn't there. But there are a few things that I did like about it. Like the fantasy sequence gave me a chuckle here and there. And it was great to see Edward and Henry Philip marry in the same episode. So, not a bad start, but it's pretty boring. 5 out of 10. Thomas's Fuzzy Friend. This one I like a bit more. Oh, it's a really enjoyable episode in my opinion. And we have a lot of fun with it. I definitely laughed after the bit with Fuzzy Weedle and Jane, and that bit couldn't stop me laughing. I loved that bit. I also thought the dog was pretty cute. However, it felt like it would have easily just didn't need to be 7 minutes. It could have been like an episode from seasons 1 unto 7, and you just replace Nia like with Edward or something. Then that's the biggest problem. It should have been shrunken down. And well, it had a problem. Yeah, pretty good watch. 8.5 out of 10. The Great Little Railway Show. Here we go. This is my favourite episode of the first week. Eek this season. Yeah, the episode itself is really fun, and it was great seeing a lot of characters in one episode. Whether they just cameoed like Rex and Mike. like all had a little speaking role, like Bert, Peter Amster handled Scarlet. We the small controller, the thin controller. The list goes on. Also, the line of little engines at Ulster Castle was so funny. Like at the dog on Green Mountain, I just couldn't stop laughing. So much. It did give me a lot of chuckles there. Really good episode, and a lot of fun. 10 out of 10. Thomas the Forest Engine. So here we are with the first of the international episodes, and this one's a real disappointment in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this episode. Well, technically, it's kind of like a pretty boring episode. I mean, job swap, like doing different jobs. We've seen that in the Switch, and new engines trying someplace new. We've seen that in Journey Beyond Sodo at the end of it. This episode is really just boring and predictable, but there are a few things that that I did like about it. I really didn't do think that Marcia and Marcio are great new characters to the cast. And I'll probably leave my two favourite engines in Brazil. That and how they keep having to use the eucalyptus wood in order to keep going. It's pretty funny. Kind of better than Emily's Best Friend, but just a pretty bad episode. So 5.5 out of 10. Emily to the Rescue. If I had to pick a second favourite for week 1, and this one would take it. For an episode I really didn't have much interest in. And this one was probably my favourite first Emily episode. So in the CDI series next to Emily in the Middle. Like Emily in the Middle, it's different from the other Emily episodes. Unlike with Emily's Best Friend, Emily's not jealous at anyone and just does what we wrote first. Also, the crash scene was amazing. I know some people criticise it for being a bit unrealistic, but I just love it, especially the bit where Percy crashed off from one track onto the other. But really good episode. And it was a great way to introduce Emily with her number 12 at the end. And 10 out of 10. And I watch it again. And Shankar's Makeover. This episode is like the middle of the ad episodes for week 1. And in my opinion. And it's like the episode right in the middle where it's better than Emily's Best Friend, but not as good as Thomas and the Forest Engine. One is that Thomas is pretty annoying. When Shankar didn't want to do it, he just made him do it, which is very silly in my opinion. That and the dress competition. How many crowns does Rajiv need? Really? But there are a few things that make it good. The fantasy sequence was hilarious, especially when Shankar went, "Oh, the diesel train won't go, Shankar. Shankar is my name." And everyone was like, "Boo, hiss, boo, boo." Most of the costumes, except for diesel, were very colourful, like Akishima's, Soldier Hunt and Shankar's. And the Shankar shimmy is pretty enjoyable in my opinion. Not a bad episode. So, but kind of like in the middle of the weakest episodes. 5 out of 10. Nia and the Unfriendly Elephant. This episode wasn't as bad as I thought, but it still wasn't a great episode. One thing Nia is definitely not a great new character for the episode. Okay, she fits the episode fine. What I mean is, they could have handled her a lot much better than what. I mean, she was handled perfectly in counting on Nia, so why can't they do it here? Another big problem in this episode is the running gags. Like, I predict everything's gonna be fun, and then the next minute, no, like I think the elephant would like me. Then the park keeper, she doesn't like steam engines. That keeps happening in many episodes this season. Which is getting kind of boring. And as it happens in other episodes, like say, I'm trying to think. Thomas and the Royal Engine, for that matter. But there are a few things I did like about this episode. Nia was in character still. The bit where she sung "And You're Ollie" with a new twist. It's pretty catchy. Get on board. Right. Yeah, that song is really catchy in my opinion. And plus, actually, I did have a smart idea of trying to put it in the crate with water, and it would have worked if it wasn't for Epical the ruining it. As soon as Gordon did that, I was like, "Oh, come on, really?" So overall, an okay episode. But could have been handled a lot better. 6 out of 10. James Super Ending. And we're back to great episodes. Yay! Hey, this episode was a really enjoyable watch in my opinion. The bit where James thinks he's a superhero and the TAR's over him is really fun. The fantasy sequence is also one of the most creative of the season. Of course, there are many this season, since not all episodes had a fantasy sequence in. But this fantasy sequence this season is the season's best fantasy sequence in my opinion. I really did find it really enjoyable. I also really did like this scene where James rescues Rebecca before the coal post crashed over on her. That was really brave of him. A really good episode, and probably my favourite in the second week. 10 out of 10. And next is Thomas's Not So Lucky Day. Yeah, I knew this episode was going to be bad as soon as I heard of it. The superstitions part was like, really? That's all you have with this episode? Odd. So, all the lucky things were just silly, and what I didn't mind and the dog being more James Thomas. I didn't like the poop joke in this episode. That's right. If you want to make your kids laugh, have a bad poop on Thomas. Yeah. Seriously, that joke really was anything but funny. I guess if I had one good thing to say about this episode, so it would be that was nice to get an episode involved around Friday the 13th. And it has been an episode that I will admit I kind of enjoyed. So overall, not the worst episode, but it's one of those episodes that could have been handled those 100. Okay. I mean, it's a very bad episode which could have been handled 100 times better. I'll just say that. 4 out of 10. Ace's brave jump. Come on, people, why don't you like this episode? I thought it was good. It was great to see Ace again, even if he didn't apologise to Thomas beforehand. That might be my biggest flaw of the episode. I also thought it was really nice. The jump scene at the end, right? Also, the fantasy sequence was highly creative, but in reality, we all know that wouldn't happen. I mean, Thomas jumping over all those buses, really? But it's still not a great international episode. The other international episodes this season weren't anything special, but a show like this is one. Well, I'm glad it kept stayed true to Ace having a fear of animals. The biggest problem it have is I thought he'd get over it, but guess not. Not the best episode, but still an okay one. 7 out of 10. Sunny's Second Chance. Finally, we're back to great episodes again. And this episode is really good in my opinion. Sunny was definitely not my favourite character from Marvelous Machinery, but I definitely liked him here. Yeah, I thought Sunny was really trying to prove he could be really useful, was a lot of fun. I mean, this is, everyone would want to try prove that 1 second chance is all it takes for them. And I don't mean to be a bit too crazy, but I love the crash. The crash was definitely amazing. I liked how Diesel was like, whoa, and his life was really in danger. I mean, he could have died if Sunny didn't offer to help him. I'll have to rewatch James' Super Engine to see which one was my favourite the second week. Because this episode was great. 10 out of 10. Thomas and the Inventor's Workshop. So we've had an episode that had Sunny from Marvelous Machinery. So why not have an episode now that has Ruth from Marvelous Machinery? It was great being able to see Ruth again. And I did think it was a common first, since like this episode did actually was released on YouTube before on Marvelous Machinery, but the only big problem I do have with it is I'm not a huge fan of Ruth's voice actor. She did in this episode. I mean, she did a good job of in Marvelous Machinery, but not in this one, in my opinion. Really not because she did terrible. It's meh. Also, the fantasy sequence was pretty funny. Thomas flying using the blade from the windmill. That was creative. And I did like the workshop, and I'm glad we saw it a lot during the season. And I do hope we get see more episodes with Ruth. 9.5 out of 10. The Inventor's Spectacular Bridge. So we're sticking with Ruth, and this episode is kind of okay. It's an okay episode. I thought the walking bridge was a really creative invention, even though I don't know how they'll keep operating it, since Ruth can't always be there to operate it. So I hope that gets episode, and there was a lot of fun humor, and Ruth was definitely, and he had a great idea of doing it. It's definitely, in my opinion, far from a great episode. Thomas's appearance could have just been replaced by Emily. Toby still hasn't learned anything. I'm still waiting for that episode where Toby gets over his quiz. I mean, we had a good one with Hard to Go last year. Let's just hope we get Toby really stops being so bad. I don't want after this episode. This season on hiatus. So that. And well, another big con I'd say is that don't keep your eyes closed, Toby, before you go on the bridge, because that bridge would have collapsed. And also, you know what I was gonna do, like the bit where Henrietta says the bridge won't collapse, and then the bridge collapses. So overall, not a terrible episode, but still has a few tweaks here and there. And it needs fixing. 6.5 out of 10. And Young Bound the Tiger. Here's my favourite episode of the season. I thought Young Bound the Tiger, in my opinion, was a great episode. And a lot of fun. Young Bell was definitely in character, and it was great seeing the origin of him. Plus, actor I saw in the promo. But it was actually... Also, his new voice is amazing. I just really like it. It's more Chinese than Dan Lee offered. Also, oh, the rescue scene was really great. How Young Bessie from the Mean Engines. I'm just gonna go and say that I think I'll just name the Mean Engines Dan Lee in Excel Who, because that's what they're called in short. Really great episode, really love it. But do I even need to give this a 10 out of 10? Because I really do love it. Gordon and Rebecca coming through. No, I've been waiting for an episode with Gordon and Rebecca, and we got a good one. Whoop whoop, whoop whoop whoop, whoop whoop. Seriously, it was just okay. It wasn't too special. I mean, it felt like as good as Gordon all over again. And while I liked as good as Gordon, I felt like they could have changed it up. So it ain't a terrible episode, but that is my biggest con when it comes to the episode. Also, I really did like the crash scene in where Gordon bashed the buffers. Something we haven't think that I liked in Being Percy. Really good episode, though I think it should have had a better story. 7 out of 10. Kenji on the rails again. Yeah, I love this episode. This is also a really good episode. It was nice seeing Kenji react with Hero. Hero made a great return. The fantasy sequence where Kenji went from Nia is unbelievable. But something Hugo can't do. So that made me laugh so much. Much into bits. It was nice seeing the rail ferry again. And I really do hope we get a Japanese episode of when this hiatus is over and hope the show doesn't end. Anyway, just 10 out of 10. Really did like this episode. Cleo the Road Engine. This episode was another really good one. And Cleo was a really good new character to be introduced into the episode. I really do think in Cleo's a great new character. So I like the function she has. And it was nice seeing her in the road end. And I think people have said she's cute. However, a big problem I do have with the Cleo episode is like, well, this one in particular. Why didn't like instead of a racing episode, or Bo did just like had Cleo team up with him to make all the other steam engines like road ended so the roads would be free. Which it definitely did make road there, so pointless. But it still is a really good episode. 9 out of 10. Leah's bright idea. For another episode I thought was going to suck. This episode was alright. Is it anything special? No. But it still is a pretty good episode. I definitely did have a lot of fun when I watched it. I liked I did like it being in the season's Christmas episode. And his idea was pretty smart. However, I do have a few cons here and there, but I don't really want to get into them. One of the biggest cons is doesn't this episode just take place after Emily to the Rescue, but before Marvelous Machinery? I mean, sure, the wheel did and make a nice idea, but I did that definitely did not offer much. Also, so it's the best year they've ever had on the Northwestern. Good idea, because the best year the Northwestern is going to have a lot of crashes, like I don't know, with Thomas's fuzzy friend, Emily to the rescue, Gordon and Rebecca coming through, Jinx's super engine, well, no, not bad episode, could have been done better though. 8 out of 10. And Cleo's first though. At first I didn't like this episode, and I still don't think it's a great one. I definitely prefer Cleo the Road Engine to this. Cleo was a really good character that was introduced this season, and is definitely my favourite new character. But you can't save the snow, dear. It's impossible. Also, this pun. I wouldn't want to turn it into ice cream. Okay, some of the other puns we did have this season were not great. Like a few examples. Goes like, trying to think of one. Emily to the rescue, because I know I can always count on you. The biggest boo I had to get. Boo. It didn't stop the episode or anything. But there are a few things I did like. I did like Cleo's eager. The episode could have just been the same without Thomas, but it's still pretty fun. And it's nice to know that Cleo can operate without Ruth. Not a bad episode, but could have been better. 6 out of 10. Thomas's animal friends. And over the last 5 episodes, we've had, this one's got to be my second favourite. Next to Kenzie on the Rails again. I really did like the idea of having and Genie. Like the idea of Thomas and Cleo's friends are animals. And Rebecca was a nice ending to help him with that. And I also thought some of the animal engines looked really good. Especially the example, Gordon the elephant. I probably won't get it. I'm glad they did make a try myself of that, because I really wanted at least to see them to do one toy. 10 out of 10. Really did think this was a good episode. So, what's my overall thoughts of season 24 itself? Well, it's complicated. Between the other Big World Big Event Adventure seasons, and this one is kind of like the middle one. Best in season 22, but not as good as season 23 in my opinion. There were some pretty bad episodes like Thomas's Not So Lucky Day and Emmy's Best Friend, as well as some pretty good ones like Yumbo and the Tiger being probably one of my favourite ever Thomas episodes next to Thomas and the Royal Engine. Yeah. And then Candy on the Rails again. And this, I really would say that as this has been one of my longest videos. So, in short, I'll just say season 24 is like the middle season when it comes to the Big World Big Adventure franchise. Guys, and I'll just leave it there with a 7 out of 10 for this season overall. Not as good as a season 23, but kind of better than season 22 in my opinion. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching the last 37 minutes. And until next time, when this hiatus of for Thomas is over, I know we've got more Thomas episodes on the way when season 25 finally arrives. I'll see you all later, everybody, and have a good day.